Gonna go fuck around with some boxes. I don't know when this is going up. Boxing Day for y'all don't know. It's the day after Christmas. I guess it's called. It's over. It's like a Canadian, UK, Australian holiday. I guess because you haul the boxes, your shit came in out to the curb. I don't know. Maybe they had boxing matches that day. I don't know. I could make another joke, but I try to keep this at least PG-13. But waiting on old Snap Crackle Pops. He's coming by to pick me up. We're gonna go. He's got a storage unit he finally got back into. I'm gonna help him unload some stuff out of that. Get some video of that. Go to his place. Go through some stuff. A bunch of old trading cards, stuff like he found a. Let me see here. How could I phrase this without spoil? Okay, a guy who was chasing, I think, the all-time home run record. I quit watching baseball a little bit by then, but even if he ever made it, he'd have a little asterisk by him because, I mean, the guy was on something. There's no way you do 5 years of the major leagues on a team closer towards the East Coast. And you're a big guy, but you're not big, and then you move to a team on the West Coast, definitely on the West Coast, and all of a sudden you get swole, and you ain't like 20 something anymore, you're in your 30s. Yeah. But you showed me that, I'm like, oh, and then you showed me like, oh, the Gym Man 10 goes for. I was like, well, yeah, yours ain't Gym Man 10, but hell yeah, that's kick ass. I know he's outside, so I was like, hey, I'm free today. We'll go do something. So I'm gonna cut it right now. That's just the front yard of ASAP Highcast compound. Look, you see the lake. You can see my car a little bit. My car's sitting there. And now neighbor's place that I'd love to buy off of him. But I'm out. Latest. Here at the storage unit, we'll Snap Crackle Pops here. We're gonna unload some stuff. Hopefully the earbuds are not connected so you actually hear me. He got his Needs More Coleslaw shirt on. Actually, coleslaw ain't spelled with a K, that's spelled with a C, so it's needs more kale. That does not surprise me. It kind of looks like the cart that Johnny Swinger comes out on Impact. That's a bit. I say I've not been in here ever. It's a huge storage unit area. You could probably make one of these into a nice little apartment. Put your hole in the back so you piss out the hole. For people are asking, that's not Dave Hester. Yep. Back up. Did you remember to hide the dead hookers before we got here?
There's one still in here.
Well, you know, we got the connection. We ship them down to Columbia. Look at this. Look at these models. Fragile, cop cars. A little bit of everything in here.
Even my baby mattress, that ain't mine.
American Pie Band Camp. Emergency, dude. There's your emergency DVDs.
Now,
let me back up so I can get all of it because that looks large.
I used to work for the airline.
And then which one did you work for?
Southwest.
That's what I thought, but the people here did not know that. That's why I asked.
I mean, all this stuff that you can't get.
That was employee only, pretty much, huh?
They come out with Florida One. I got a Florida One posters, airline advertising.
And you worked there for quite a while, didn't you?
Yep.
Is that where you met your buddy that collects all the planes and stuff, Rich?
Yeah. He was supposed to be my trainer.
Oh, okay.
And he lost his dad and his best friend right after I started.
Oh there. Man, that's a hit.
So he was out, but that's why me and him just kind of
right.
Off. They were telling him about me being liking airplanes.
Yeah.
And remember the day he come back to work, he's like, I hear you like airplanes. I said, yeah. He said, you see that Northwest sitting at the gate beside us? I said, yeah. He said, that's a DC-9. I said, yeah. He said, what series? I said, Series 30. He gets this big grin on his face. He said, we fixing to get along.
Oh, yeah. So what I want to point out real quick, sir, is there's a little box down here. There's Red Wing shoe box. This is, I'll say, if you get anything hot, would it sit on this good?
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to crush stuff. I don't want people to see. This is one of the things I wanted. He's been telling me about this for a while, but hold on. Before we get to that, scoot over just a little bit. Check out the AC.
AC Slater.
I got to pick it up because the glare. You should have kept the hair, man. You should have kept the hair, sir. But
Piedmont. Is that Piedmont?
oh
Fish?
no, I did
About
not.
Piedmont Airlines. People don't even know about that. That's an old airline.
Is that like Braniff? An old airline that most people don't know of?
Right.
Actually, more people probably know Braniff because of
Before we
South
get into
Park.
that, this is near and dear to my heart.
Oh, what is this?
My dad was in the Marine Corps.
Right, right.
Part of the thing when they would go to places like Portugal and Spain and France, wherever, they would parade.
Right.
Dad actually carried the flags of the New Jersey. Like, this is like museum piece stuff.
Look at that, dude.
So we're talking 40s.
Oh, at least. And it's still in really good shape for being as old as it is.
Being as old as it is.
I mean, that's just age wear on it, but look at that.
And the New Jersey is actually preserved in Trenton, New Jersey, right across from Philadelphia.
Right,
like,
right.
but I'm like, no.
No, that's personal. Maybe when you're passed, it might go to a museum, maybe.
I got pictures of my dad holding the flag while on the ship and in parades.
I was like, yeah, make sure you get that the right way, sir. There you go. United States Marine Corps. So I forget your dad. I knew your dad served, but I always forget. I always think Navy for some reason.
Yeah.
He was Marine.
Well, in the New Jersey was a Navy ship.
Right.
But they had Marines on there.
Do you happen to know where he went to Marine boot camp at? Paris Island
Paris
or something?
Island.
Okay, he went through hell then.
He went to Paris Island.
That was the rough one.
Well, Camp Lejeune.
Yeah, Camp Lejeune. I know. I've got plenty of friends that went through Camp Lejeune. I love that. You had that right there, too.
Have I ever showed you the N-scale size train cars?
No. Let me see. What the? Oh, there we go. Got a good shot.
This is more than just a train.
Yeah.
Dad used to work for Union Carbide up until I was born.
Okay.
No, well, not long before I was born.
So mid-70s, basically.
Late 60s, early 70s, he started with ACF. But this is an ACFX tank car that was leased by Union Carbide. Okay. So to me, this is a lot more than just a
part of family history.
Yeah, it kind of tells the story.
I've never seen a train that small and that you can put on the tracks and it'll go around. And
my daughter and my son got that for me one year for Christmas.
Oh, sweet.
People were like, oh, you got a little train car. I'm like, no.
And that means a little more than just a little train car.
I'm over in tears.
Yep.
Now, let me do some nostalgia. Some of these current kids probably don't even know what this is.
Actually, dude, cassettes are coming back.
Oh, they do.
A lot of underground metal bands and punk bands are putting out cassettes. You got to open up the right way, sir. You got to hit the button, don't you?
Yeah.
Where's the button? Where's the button? Hold on.
Where's the button? Where's the button?
I wasn't watching the frame in there.
Wrong way. This way.
What you got in there? What you got in there?
This is old Eli's birthday puffin' 2006.
You're still using audio cassettes in 2006?
Well, Mom did. It's
okay.
I think she was playing around with it, but I got a bunch of old cassettes that it was Mom's. I mean, from back in the late 60s, early 70s, we didn't have cameras. You put the tape recorder over there, and it picked up the noise of.
And you said the family members are weren't around.
Once in there, I got to Stretch Armstrong. You just hear the voice.
But Dad's side of the family used to do that for his sister was out of town. They'd set a tape recorder up on Christmas Eve and record everybody talking, and then send her the tape.
Yeah.
And she felt like she was there Christmas Eve with everybody, opening gifts and stuff.
So Dude. I was using this to plug it up to my computer and input the sound.
Go to the battery pack. Open up the battery part real quick. I just want to see something. Double A's. Look at that, folks. Back before you can recharge everything.
But you see, I was smart enough not to store it with batteries.
Yes, that was the other thing I was checking. But look, ask this man, how many double A's would you go through an average week on that thing? I would buy a pack of 10 every week and go through them because it was 2, and cassettes burn up more power than CDs.
Oh, yeah.
And didn't sound as good.
But yeah.
This.
New Orleans rap.
Willie Puckett, Insane, Cheeky Black, Dolomite, Well, that ain't the real Dolomite. That's a bootleg Dolomite.
Well, there's New Orleans Dolomite, not the comedian Dolomite. Way down in the jungle deep.
Okay, I do not have a copy of this anymore. I have the 20th anniversary edition now, and that's an original. Yep. Oh shit, that's a way past an original. Hold on. Yeah, you can tell. That right there. It still says Ruthless Records on it.
Yeah, you see I kept my stuff.
Your stuff is in better shape than most of my CDs from this era are gone now. I've lost them all, but let's see what man. That box is just packed full. And he's got some rare stuff in here. Like,
well, I looked up. Let me find.
I like this one right here. I know it probably ain't easy to find anymore. This is Where Your Baby Daddy At by Smoke. Featuring Partners in Crime, TLT, or Dem GTs. Little Kanye. Oh, dude.
Looked that up last night on eBay. They're going for about $45.
Yeah. Because a lot of these, you can only get them at the clubs when they're performing, or like certain gas stations or certain independent record stores.
What did I find this one for on the internet?
It was what, 150, wasn't it?
Might not have been that, but 50, 60.
It was a lot. It was a lot more than I expected. Because he was a bigger name.
And as you see, I mean, it's...
And they're pressed CDs almost there all the time. They're not burnt. These are legit.
Not scratched. They're not...
But you could tell like they did their own covers, you know.
Yep.
They found a place to press them, which is kick-ass.
If I wanted, I know the area code under is 504.
504.
So first thing I'd try to do if I didn't know the artist, which is not on here, but sometimes you could look at some of them and they'd have a contact number and you see 504. So okay, that's New Orleans.
Yeah. And probably half of these, if we talk to Ramp probably knows a good chunk of these. Hold on, wow. 2 Live Crew, but then West Side Connection. Bow down. I was just listening to West Side Connection the other day. Master P. Ghetto Boys, I've got that one. But it's a later release. That looks like an original. Okay, this one you can just throw away because this is a horrible CD. Nobody ever wants this pile of crap. Ah, shake. Look, got Fresh Kid Ice the Chinaman on the side. I'll say, yeah, that one goes right here. Hold on, I'll stick it back. Unladylike. Who is that? Man, you got the Undertaker. Undertaker did some songs. Oh, that ain't the Undertaker. I don't think this one went 14-0. Juvenile. That's an old. You notice how all them No Limit album covers all look real similar? Like, hold on. You got a. I just saw you got a masterpiece somewhere right here.
A couple of them.
Okay, that one doesn't look like that one, but most of them have that kind of distinctive look to them.
Silk the Shocker.
Silk the Shocker. That's a name I ain't thought of in forever. You got no Foxy Brown in there?
Probably.
Little Kim. That ain't even open. Who is that?
Puff Daddy.
Oh, okay. That's why it ain't open.
Oh, yeah, here's...
So I'm going to just take a guess here. I'm going to say there's 30 CDs in here probably. Oh, yeah. See, that's the kind of cover I'm talking about. That look to it. It's very distinctive, early 2000s. Oh, looks at the lenticular. Oh, hold on. I ain't got enough nail. I love that shit. Oh, God, I remember when that came out. But let's say there's probably, 30, 40 albums in here?
Oh, easy.
And rough estimate, at least $300 worth of CDs, if not more.
Just here. I mean, that ain't counting all my other ones that
I've already... And that's just the box he's got uncovered. As you can see, there's all kinds of stuff. But I'm going to cut the camera for a minute, y'all. Now, check that out. Explain what that is.
One of my babies. It's a 1/100 scale model of Piedmont Airlines 737-400 aircraft.
And explain to the younger folks what Piedmont is, because I barely remember Piedmont.
Piedmont, it was a regional airline, kind of like North Carolina, West Virginia, Pennsylvania.
So almost like a mid-Atlantic based airline?
Mid-Atlantic based. I don't know if you've heard of the Piedmont Range, like Piedmont Range, and it's basically...
Okay.
As I'm guessing where the name
So I'm guessing would this be mid-Atlantic based? Would this be like what the Crockett guys probably flew on when they were flying around for Crockett?
Could very well be.
Unless they're on a private jet. You figure they probably fly Piedmont.
I was listening to a Jerry Clower story the other day I've never heard before. He was flying out of Charlotte, North Carolina, and he said got off that Piedmont jet. Because usually he says get off that big fine Delta jet because he flew in and out of Jackson.
Well, you know what? Next time you meet Robert Gibson, ask him about Piedmont. I bet you he would know.
He might would.
If he remembers.
So just to kind of put it together.
And I'm coming in close on it. Keep on going.
Piedmont merged with U.S. Air. U.S. Air ended up merging with American. And American Airlines to this day has a retro plane painted up in old Piedmont. Not this color scheme. Most of them were white. But the 400s, they come out and did a little silver, kind of a trial and error scheme. So,
and I like how it's angled a little bit on that base. So it looks like it's taken off. I guess that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
Just stopped. If you noticed, I paused because I've got a white Piedmont somewhere, 737-300 model, somewhere in one of these boxes.
But we got so many boxes here, folks.
But most of my models are in these boxes. You see, it's got fragile, and they're kind
of fragile.
This is the custom one for my buddy Rich. That's custom painted or custom. Had a guy make it for him. We saw him at a show in Georgia.
Was this that big airliner show you're telling me about?
Yes, one of them. One of the many that we've been to.
Yeah. And for those who don't know, that's kind of like a comic convention, but for airline people. Basically, same thing, just airline stuff instead of comics and booth babes.
That is a custom one of a kind. The guy had the decals, but he basically made that for him.
Okay, I got a weird question, and you'll understand when I finish. So, okay, when you go to airline shows, at comic conventions, they always have hot women dressed up as superhero characters to try to entice the guys to the booths. Did they get like old retired stewardesses at airline shows to dress up in the stewardess outfits and be like, "Hey, you want some free peanuts?"
Unfortunately, not.
Would that make it better?
But it would.
Would you pay an extra $10 for that?
Oh, absolutely.
I'm sorry, I just popped in my head, but dude, yeah. I was like, oh, look at that, and that is cardboard, right? Yeah, it's cardboard. But look, it's still in really good shape.
It's in good shape, just like I got this one.
Here, let me back up so I can get it all. Yeah. Look at that. That's a Delta, the big one. And this is the one you were showing me earlier. I like the blue and the red on it.
And these would hang in the airport terminal or whatever. Just, it wasn't just hard to come by.
Yeah. It ain't something you could easily get a hold of.
Of course, there's my girl, Shamu, right there. I don't know if you can see her, but that's my baby.
Yep.
Man, I don't know. I'm like a kid at Christmas. I don't know which way to go.
He messaged me yesterday, folks, with some pictures of some of this, and he was more excited than a kid on Christmas when he got the N64.
Small scale. I'm not going to get that out. The small scale. That's my N-scale train, like that car.
Right.
Show you one of these.
And I like these little cases. Simple little lockbox cases where you can still see it.
Well, before they put them in storage, I told them they better go out and buy something to protect these things.
And they'll keep it from getting dusty, can protect it, but you can still see it so you know what's in there. I love these clear things. And this is one of your cars or one of Rich's?
One of mine. All these are mine.
Okay. Look at that.
Doors open. Get a shot inside.
Yeah. And you put this together and everything?
No, it comes just like this.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's die cast. It comes.
Oh, I didn't realize it was die cast. Okay.
Yeah, just like that. But he's all about caprices. I used to think that. No, yeah, they do.
The hood comes up? Look at that. That is neat. And these are the ones you got on that trip through all the dirt cheaps from here to Atlanta, right?
Big Lots, they had
Big Lots, that's right.
$9.99 a piece.
Which for this kind of stuff is cheap, folks. If y'all don't know, that is extremely cheap.
Most of these on eBay now, you see them anywhere from $70, $80 to about $120, $130.
And how long was that? Less than a decade ago, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Well, we're going to cut for a minute, folks. Hey, we back. What we got here? We got some trains. What you got there, sir?
Amtrak P42, Unit 146.
Now, is that Lionel?
No, that's regular.
I'm messing with you. I know you don't like Lionel.
HO gauge.
So it's Ho gauge.
I don't want to dig all these out.
I got a question. HO gauge, is that named after Kobe's mother?
Possibly.
She does like having trains. Get up and ride that train, choo choo ride, choo choo.
But then I usually have this on my shelf.
Let me see. Turn them where I can see the fronts real quick. Is that those in your hand? Look at that. So you have like a whole little city set up with your train track and
Yeah, these HO they're bigger.
Right.
I display them like I'll set it up.
Right.
But it's just sitting there, stationary.
right.
My little N gauge ones, I actually have a layout.
N gauge is smaller.
Yeah.
So the Ho gauge is
Like
bigger
that
than the
little
N
blue one I
gauge.
showed you a while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is HO gauge compared to the N gauge.
So it's HO, not Ho gauge.
And
I like the
this
colors
is
on the
what it
box.
used to cost.
And it's probably what, double that now?
Oh, it's probably at least $140, $150.
For just an engine. Jeez. Not a cheap hobby.
Not a cheap hobby.
But you know, neither one of us have cheap hobbies. You notice that? All our hobbies are expensive.
Yeah, that's all. Okay, that's train.
You know what? Our wrestling hobby's probably our cheapest hobby. You know that? That's a sad thing. Oh, what you got? What you got? Is that luggage tags?
Luggage tags, ticket stuff. Let's see. James Bayless, Jackson, 27th of October. I think that's when I went to West Virginia to see the West Virginia and Auburn game. Thursday
Oh.
night ESPN.
Nice. Did Auburn win?
No. Auburn was up 17-0 and got beat 35-17.
Hey, they came back from behind, then I could respect that, Dud.
Let's see. U.S. Airways, October 23rd. I think that's the same thing, but that's when I flew up to the ball game.
Okay. I don't have any of my airline tickets, dude. There's all this stuff. I didn't think to save it. You know, I just like I got home. Yeah, well, see, I would have loved it. I should have saved mine because I don't fly often. And after the last time I flew, I told you what happened, so I don't fly anymore. People don't know I got strip searched in the Gulfport airport. I understand why. I looked like somebody was trying to smuggle something. I mean, I get that. Avis Rent-A-Car?
Well,
Southwest.
Southwest. Probably in business.
Well, you know not to work with Avis because you know who works for Avis, don't you?
OJ.
DJ.
Avis Hertz.
DJ.
Yeah.
DJ works for Avis or Hertz.
Guess what, OJ?
Because every time I see DJ, I just hurt a little.
No, that's OJ was Hertz. DJ, because that's whenever when OJ did what he did. Well, allegedly did what he did.
He admitted to it in the book that didn't get published. You ain't got to say allegedly.
Cole was saying stop OJ at Hertz.
Hey, first thing, OJ didn't do that. Those are the Olsen twins. They're time-traveling assassin midgets.
Okay. You see the Bewee I told you was my friend Rich's?
Yeah, that's this one right here?
He grew up in the Caribbean. His parents were missionaries.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit. Look at that.
He's going to love that. Just little, any tidbits.
I just love all the stuff you got, man. And we ain't even went through a fifth of what he's got up here.
Southwest Airlines stir stick.
I thought that was Kobe's mama's toy.
Her stir sticks were bigger.
And they make more noise and they eat batteries.
Remember Pan Am?
Yes. Hey, her stir sticks got a shifter and a clutch. She puts it in 4-wheel drive sometimes.
Look, a car battery.
Dude, car battery, she got a windmill and a Hoover Dam.
You explain the lineage of Republic.
No, because I've never heard of Republic, to be honest.
Make sure I get this right. Republic and was it Hughes Air West or somebody merged?
Okay, I've heard of Hughes.
Then they ended up merging, which a bunch of the little airlines did, but they ended up merging Northwest.
Right.
Which later merged into Delta.
So, really, honestly, how many major airlines is there left now? Like 4 or 5 tops in the States?
Pretty much.
Now, you get Worldwide as well. Oh, that is old.
That's another one from Rich.
81, though. I would have thought that was 70s looking at that woman's hair, dude. So, was Rich coming from Jamaica or what island in the Caribbean?
They lived in Guyana.
Oh, Jesus, man.
Jamaica.
So, I got a question. He's in Guyana. Did he drink the Kool-Aid from Jim Jones?
I don't know.
See where my mind goes with this stuff.
Yes.
Don't drink the Kool-Aid, Rich. It wasn't Kool-Aid, dude. Jim Jones was cheap. He had Flavor Aid. The Power Pros, that's when you worked at Advance, huh? Mm-hmm. This man has worked everywhere. Oh. He was a bouncer at Bose one time. He was an inspector at the gynecologist for a while.
This is a 1/500 scale, I think.
Oh, is it easy to pull out?
Yeah.
That's what she said. You're used to this by now, ain't you?
And I'm going to explain the story behind this.
I was like, I want to see this. Because I love bottles. I'm just not, I don't buy them because...
I don't have a lot of 1/600s, but when I explain the story, you'll see why this one means a lot to me.
And that is what airline is that? Southwest?
Air France.
Oh, Air France. Okay. And see, that looks like the little models I'd have as a kid. You get the little airplane with your Hot Wheels. That looks like that, but that's more detailed.
The way they did the stickers, you see a little bit of yellowing on there. That's just normal. You see where it kind of turning yellow?
Yeah. I tell you what, though, that's got a lot of weight to it. This is like die cast again, I guess?
Yes.
I was like, that's got more weight than like the little ones we had as a kid,
So yes, 1/600 scale. So every 1 inch on here is 600 inches on the actual aircraft.
That's what I told her.
Objects are bigger than they appear.
So what's the story behind that one, sir?
My mom went on a mission trip to Paris, France.
Well, pause for a second. Your mom has left the country. A lot of people have not left the country, so hell yeah.
Yeah, she's been to Honduras and she's been to France on mission trips.
Dude, good.
And
she likes to travel, I know.
Yeah, it's getting harder, definitely harder.
Well,
but anyway, on the way back, she flew Air France from Paris to Atlanta, and they had these for sale on the airplane. And
she knew you.
Planes, so it was a gift from my mama.
And how old were you when you got that, if you remember? You're grown?
I'm grown.
Dude, see, that's the kind of gifts that stick in your memory and you want to hold on to the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Now, what is this yellow thing? That's a drawstring bag. West Virginia.
And there's a West Virginia flag, and this is a little... It's a West Virginia. It's supposed to be like a yard. They stick it in the yard. That's just a circle.
Well, does the flag when you push it sing Sweet Caroline?
No. It wouldn't waste its time singing that crap.
And how many people watching this are going to get that?
Just you, because you know me.
Yeah.
Remember the monster truck grinder?
Barely, but yes. Dude, we got to go see the monster trucks. I ain't seen monster trucks in forever.
Now, I got to show this because there's a little joke
Wheels on the bus go round and round. Okay, so real quick, this is the bus like I rode to school. This is the bus that like Kobe probably rode to school.
What you can see this marks right there where he licked the window.
Yeah. James didn't ride a bus to school. James was homeschooled. Well, no, wait, when did you leave West Virginia? How old were you?
I left West Virginia when I was 6.
Okay, so you were in kindergarten and part of first grade in West Virginia.
Kindergarten, and we come down here in August before school.
Okay, so you did get an education from first grade on.
Yeah, here.
In Mississippi, which is better than West Virginia.
Up there, we just ate peanuts and took naps.
Well, no, kindergarten, to pass kindergarten, you had to not eat dirt. He passed that.
I passed that. West Virginia dirt's filled with coal, though, so it wasn't good tasting.
Did you tell him about, well, also you had to, as long as you made the, oh, man. I knew somebody built a table out of these. Remember these were like 50 cents at GameStop? See, this is where you're hitting. Look at that. Madden 94. That's back when Madden was good. Triple Play 96. And everything's in there. That's why Genesis was, and do you know why the EA carts look different than every other Genesis cart? They were unlicensed for the longest time. They were I'm not going to say I'm going to sell them, but I'm going to look a lot of that stuff up. Now, the Mario one ain't much, but the other two might be. Genesis Sport. Oh, wow.
Read the names on the side, too. I know it says.
I can't read it because I got a little bit of a blur.
Who played college ball at North Carolina, and I collect a lot of his stuff.
Jordan.
Michael Jordan. I think James Worthy's on there, too.
You're going to have to read it. My eyes, dude. With this, my eyes are focusing on the cameras for some reason.
Okay. University of North Carolina, 1982. Number 1 basketball team. Head coach Dean Smith. Assistant coach with players. Marlo Blackberry, Chris Doherty. Matt Doherty, I've heard of.
Yeah.
Mike Jordan. Remember, he's known as Mike.
That's right. He was going by Mike back then.
Mike.
And I want to point something out real quick for all the younger folks watching. Michael Jordan is better than LeBron.
Absolutely.
But Charles Barkley and David Robinson are better than Michael Jordan.
Sam Perkins and James Worthy.
What about Sam Whittington? Didn't he play for the Carolina Tar Heels?
No, that was the Vidalia. What was it? Well, no,
the Vidalia Fancy Lads?
The Vidalia Chicken Wings.
The Vidalia 50 cents tonight, baby. 50 cents tonight. You know why they were so good, though? You know what they were on the court, sir? Fast as fuck, boys.
My daddy got me this.
Oh, dude, I love that. And you're not a coffee guy, right?
No, but
that's a pretty mug.
I'm an Illinois Central guy.
I know you're a trade guy. I didn't know it was Illinois Central.
It used to run right out here on this line. Okay.
Speaking of lines, has Kobe's dad been down to Columbia recently?
I don't know. But you will like this.
Dude, I do not have mine anymore. I lost mine. Mine looked a little different.
Just gotta look through it.
I'll say, yeah.
Take it with us and look through it later.
I'll say, put it to the side, put it on the, and that's some of the stuff we're bringing home. Well, that's why we're here today, to get stuff to. Did you show off you didn't show off your football? Come and show off the football on camera, dude, because that's important. You got a WWE superstar on that, and some guys that played at West Virginia.
I got pictures on and over, but I've been all these guys. You've got that's JT Thomas.
Okay, he played NFL.
Played for the Giants. I think he might play for the Bears originally.
Okay.
I'll say about Pat White. He was quarterback at West Virginia. He's in coaching now.
Okay.
Plankster.
I know that name for some reason.
He's from down around Mobile.
Okay, that's probably why.
Because Pat was from Daphne and Ellis was close by.
I know Daphne very well, yes.
And, of course, I got to meet him. Great guy. We cut up. I'll tell the Scott McKillop story. He was the guy from Pitt that I told to eat shit.
Yeah. And people don't know Pitt's supposed to eat shit.
But I was sitting there with Pat McAfee.
Who I did not know was a football player, y'all. He does announcing on WWE.
He was announcing on WWE. He's done some wrestling.
And I was like,
he's actually on College Game Day.
Well, remember I was telling you, I was like, this announcer guy, they said he played football. So you're like, that's a big guy. I was like, oh, really? Because I don't know football.
Like, who's this guy? And I'm like, who's this guy? I said, I've met him. And there's the proof. There's his autograph.
Right there. Look at that. Pat McAfee.
So
that's probably went up in money now. He's famous.
Man, just to meet some of those guys.
I do know. Sorry, I had to get the football.
No, that's cool. That's cool.
And you got a clear path,
I'm
too.
What I don't want to do, I'm digging, and I don't want to dig. I want to get what we do have.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to go ahead and cut real quick, sir.
Yeah.
I'm going to set this back down.
Do you want to look through it?
We're going to bring that with us, or?
You may be game.
There we go. As you can see, he's hauling out a little bit. Got with a tote, a couple of boxes, a football. We didn't do bad. If you notice the light cut off on us, I think they're trying to tell us to leave. I'm not sure. What'd you forget?
One more thing. Sorry.
Ain't no problem. Ain't no problem.
Well, we're going to get those other batteries with those cars that was down on that shelf.
Yeah. So you just pass them to me. I'll walk them over there. Obviously, I got the little carts here. We didn't have to carry this all out by hand, you know? I mean, we could have. It just would have taken longer. Because nothing in here feels real heavy.
No.
I mean, that tote's probably the heaviest thing, and that was... We could have lifted it by ourselves, but we were smart and did 2 hands. Okay, do you need a light to be able to see?
Gotta walk that way.
Hold on, I got you. Hold on. I got a flashlight. See, that's why you got to have these old phones. You got tools like that on it. I mean, it ain't bright, but it's enough light where you could see. Oh, that's probably the heaviest thing in there, huh? My amazingly bright flip phone light. If you need a hand, just say something. What is that? Okay.
I don't know how many or how far. I don't think they're all back.
Huh?
I don't know which.
What we're gonna do real quick is I'm gonna cut the camera. I got longer arms. I'll start pulling from back there if you want. So
I want to make sure I get my wrestling cards. That's
right.
what
So I'm going to go ahead and cut now.
I've got some.
A nice little haul there. We got full. Heading out to load up the car.
Now, again, talking about my extensive sports card collection, you see what I'm talking about?
Oh, also, I was telling a buddy of mine this morning about that Toys R Us Barry Bonds. You know, and he's like, yeah, he goes, that's actually one of his harder to find rookies now.
You know, I saw a set like I've got on eBay for $50.
Yeah.
You guaranteed if it's the whole set, you got a Barry Bonds.
But who knows?
If somebody wanted to, they could get that for $50.
Yeah.
And turn around and get it graded $1,800.
Oh yeah, because even if you grade, even if it comes out like a 6 something, you're still going more to make your $50 back. I'll let you go first, sir. All right, I'm gonna cut in a second here when we get out here and start loading up. All right, we'll be back in a little bit, y'all.